Hey, this is Mark the Meerkat here with two trades of the day. That's right. They were both on Intelsat. That's right. The letter I is the symbol. And we had, here it was at opening, and it had, wasn't doing much in opening, but yesterday it had done really moved big. We made some nice money on it. And then it was kind of on our watch list on the side, and it had fallen down here. Now that doesn't look like much, but it fell down there over 8%. Opening down to here is like 8% drop, and now it was a little basing slash descending triangle here. So I set a trade up here just down below there, we call a minor trend line, and let the market come to me, and let's see what happened next. Bam, there it goes. It dropped down there, and I am now short at 1262, and now I have a 1% attached stop that automatically gets activated, and that was at let me see here, at 1275. 1275 was my 1% stop right there. 1275 automatically 1%. So most I could lose in this would be a 1% on the trade. Now let's see what happened after that. It just kind of based here for a while, and then finally, bam, dropped here to the $12 area. And now I'm going to bring my stop in the money here. Now this is the 8 EMA over here. I'm going to step above this 1250. And let's see what's going to happen here. Now, if it's going to stall here, so I went ahead and I set up a half order that if it stalls there for a while, my trading rules say get out. Let's see what happened next here. It stalled here at the $12 area, so I went ahead and I took out half. I covered half at $12.14 for 3.8% just on the first half here. And then I reset the number of shares that I had to half on my stop, and I brought that down a little bit here to about 1244. Let's see what happened after that. Bam! It went down here, dropped it below the $12 mark, and now this red dash line here, this is the S1 pivot line. Then pivot lines are intraday lines that are put on there based on the prior day's price action. We have the pivot line, and this is the S1 pivot line, support line 1, and it is acting as support. What do you know? So I'm bringing my stop down here just above that $12 area there, and let's see what happens next. Bam, it dropped down here to the 1120 area. So I'm going to bring my stop down here just above this pivot line, which was once support, could now be resistance, kind of a shield against my stop. And I'll put it up here, and let's see what happened next. And did it going to go below this 1120, low of day? And it pops up and tags, and then I'm out right here at 1175 is my fill at 6.9% on the second half. Now, this total trade then, if we take a look at it here, it was a descending triangle, fell down when it low based. I took out half, fell down here, dropped below this pivot line, bounced up, and then as soon as it broke the pivot line, I was out. Total trade 5.3% in 14 minutes. Hoo-ah. Now I have a second trade, and don't go away here. Just a little quick commercial break here. We are having a mentoring come up, our 301 mentoring class. The educational part of our mentoring is going to be the weekend of November 23rd. If you want more information about that, go to groktrade.com. groktrade.com. Here's our cover page, and go to Training Mentor, and you can read all about it. We have a thing called a discovery call here, and you can, if you sign up and go to that call, you can talk with our folks and see if, if our trading is going to be appropriate for you or not, so that you can become a better savvy trader. And if you do that, hey, we're going to give you a year supply of our Stock Picks V newsletter for swing traders. There's some restrictions to apply. You can read about that if you want. And then if you want, but if you're a reader, not so much a talker, you can read all about it here. We've got plenty of data here for you to decide whether or not this might be for you. Again, you can sign up for that discovery call, not a sales call, just a discovery call to see where you are with your trading and all that. So let's get back to our trade here on I. So I'm out of this one. I'm up 5.3%. This is cool. And so let's see what happened after that. And it just kind of flipped around for a while. So we were doing some other trades here, and then it started to rise here, and we missed this rise here on this trade. I did. Some people in my room had gotten in it. And now it's starting to high base up here at this 1270, which, by the way, if you look here, it went all the way back here. That 1270 was where it was support before, where I went short. So now that's acting as resistance area. Got, an hour and a half later here in the markets. Now these are 1 minute candles, by the way. So I set up a trade to go long, and sure enough, And then boom, look at that. It just broke out here, and I am long at 12.72 long on Intelsat. Now I'm going to have a 1% attached stop, and my stop is going to be exactly 1% behind. It's automatically activated. I'm at 12.59, 1% stop here, automatic, as it breaks out from here. All right, so let's see what happened after that. And boom, 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 it went up here. Now this is even $13 amount. That can be resistance, right? An even dollar amount. It went up there and then came back and tagged it. So I'm going to bring my stop here. I'm going to reduce my risk. I'm going to keep it along this 20 moving average. Now I have less than 1% at risk at it. And let's see here. It's about 10:30 in the marketplace, quarter of 11. Again, these are 1 minute candles, and then boom, it broke out here up to 1340. And I'm going to bring my stop up here. I'm now just in the money here, following this 20 moving average. Zero risk in the trade. Love it when that happens. And now let's see what it goes there. It's coming back. I'm going to follow this 20 moving average up, this green one up here. That's where my stop is now as it's pulling back. This could roll right back up again. This 13 it could be support like it was here, and it broke up above it. Let's see if it does. Came right back to it, tagged 13 again here, rolling back up, following this 20 moving average up here, right there, and bam, look at that. Roll back up here and bam. I mean, that doesn't look like much from up here to down there. This was a 6% drop, folks, a 6% drop from up here to down there. So am I glad that I got out of my long? You bet I did. And I was out at my long here at 1308 for 2.3% total trade on my second trade. So again, taking a look at it, it was a high base when it broke out and went up there, and I just followed the 20 moving average to manage my stop, making 2.3%. So how did we do today in the Grok day trading chat room? Well, here it was. I just showed you trade number 4 here on I, where we had the 5.3%, and then trade number 8 at 2.3%. So our total for the day was 10.3% net. Now, what does that mean? 10.3% of what we're investing per trade. In our model portfolio, you would invest $10,000 per trade, buy $10,000 of each stock, no matter what the price of it is. And then, so that would equate to about $1,000 in the bank for the day. Not bad. Here's our statistics. 6 out of 9 trades for 66%, which exceeds our target of 60%. And 0 errors today. We're always looking to trade our trading rules exactly, which I did today. And then 5% is our target per day, or $500 for a model portfolio equivalent, or 10% today. We were just right there at the 10% level. We've had a very strong week here, as you can see. For the whole week now, we're at 69% after 4 days of trading. 69% of our trades we made money on that we got into, and then 33% net so far for the week. And the model portfolio, again, has about $3,300 with one more day to trade. So this is Mark the Meerkat. Hey, if you'd like to join us in the Grok Day Trading Chat Room, you can. Go to groktrade.com, that same site that we were at before, and only this time you go to Day Trading Chat Room, right there.
This is Mark the Meerkat from the Grok Day Trading Chat Room.
You can go here and you can see a video about my year-end results from last year, getting ready to create one of those for this year. And then you can read about it here. You can join us on a monthly basis. You can join us for a whole annual year. And there's a free webinar you can also do about day trading. It tells us all about who I am and what we do in there. But I do have the heart of a teacher, so be prepared to learn something in the room, as well as to work on making money for yourself in a more consistent manner. Again, you can join here. It's a 7-day risk-free trial. Hey, if you don't like it in the first 7 calendar days, no harm, no foul. But see if you can be in front of the market between 9:30 and 11:30 Eastern Time. Come join us, and we'd love to trade with you. This is Mark the Meerkat. Hey, just remember that at Grok Trade, we set our trades and let the market come to us. Trade well, and may your winners run.